I'm Ellie Harrison and I'm the artist behind Iconic Fatigue. For Iconic Fatigue, we're working with people that have energy-limiting illnesses, so chronic fatigue, ME, long COVID, and we're interviewing them about their lived experience. And then we're working with two amazing print designers, Hester Simpson and Charlotte Raffo from the Monkey Puzzle Tree, to transform those experiences into print design. Each participant gets a duvet cover set of their print design, so when they're at home and sick on their worst days, they have this artwork that they've co-created. And then in the gallery, we exhibit their print with duvet covers and this lovely canopy. And the idea is that the beds take up the space in public life that people with chronic fatigue often struggle to. So the invitation to the audience is to lie down, listen, and immerse yourself. So you can lie on the bed with the headphones on, and hopefully details of the print will be uncovered the longer you listen for. So today we're sitting on the proof of concept bed, which is a print that's been designed by Hester Simpson in response to my experiences of living with chronic fatigue. It is ready to go off to the gallery now, which is super exciting. I found this really beautiful article by Leah Aring, and they just put it in words that were better than I could find. So I'm just going to read you that quote. There is a city nearby that we hide from view. Its people are of all ages, ethnicities and classes. What unites them is a disease. All are diagnosed with myalgic encephalomyelitis, or ME. We hide them there because we don't know where else to put them. Like a plague village, we have no plans to treat them, to study their disease or to trial possible drugs for them. We could choose to draw up such plans to give residents hope for their future health, but our country's choice is to turn away and forget about these 250,000 plus inhabitants altogether. A city the size of Brighton that we deliberately ignore. Outwardly, the city is quiet. Its clocks have stopped, the streets are empty, and house blinds are drawn. I just thought that described really eloquently the experience of living with chronic fatigue, and I don't know, hearing that it was the equivalent of a city the size of Brighton really hit home. Chronic fatigue is something that I've lived with for the last 30 years, so since I was 11, but I've only started talking about it in the last 5 years maybe, which feels kind of wild, and before then I was just masking and trying really hard to pretend that it wasn't a thing. I mean, I suppose when I got diagnosed back in the 90s, people didn't believe it existed. We've come on a really long way, particularly since COVID, but I think people with invisible disabilities still feel isolated, disbelieved. There's quite a lot of medical gaslighting and medical misogyny. And I suppose what I wanted in making this project is to change that, and to do so in a way that is bold and witty and beautiful, and that embraces the people we're interviewing in all of their glory and complexity. And I kind of wanted something colourful and beautiful, something that took up space in a joyful way and in an unapologetic way. That's why I wanted to do the project. And also because I think people that have energy limiting illnesses, we don't get to hang out with each other much because we're all too sick. So this is a way of me finding out about other people's experiences, of sharing a little bit about my experience, and hopefully people visiting the experience will also learn some things or resonate with the interviews in new ways. By the end of our research and development period, we will have 3 beds ready for exhibition. So the proof of concept bed, which is my bed, and then we'll have worked with 2 more people. But the money runs out in January, and we really want to work with more people, and we want to make sure that the widest possible audience get to see this beautiful project. So we're asking for £3,000 to work with 6 more people. So we'd have a total of 9 beautiful 4-poster beds that we can exhibit all over the country. We're hoping to exhibit down south in Dorset, in the Midlands, and of course in Yorkshire at Sunnybank Mills. But we can't do that without your help. So we'll be fundraising to pay all the artists, but what we need from you is the £3,000 will pay for all the beds, the pillows, the bedding, so that we have the structures in place. And then we can cover those beds with beautiful art made by people with energy limiting illnesses. It would be such a huge help to know that we've got the skeleton of the exhibition in place, ready to go, and we can't do that without your help. Having a better awareness of what it's like for people living with invisible disabilities makes a really big difference. I've lived with my partner for over 10 years, and they said that listening to the audio from the exhibition helped them understand what I was living with in a new way, which I didn't think was possible. So I really think there's a lot of potential. I think raising awareness and doing it in a way that is bold and beautiful and witty and hopefully stylish will make a difference and will help us all understand each other better. We're really excited to share this project with you, and thanks in advance for all your support. If you've got cash, donate to the crowdfunder. That would be really appreciated. And if you don't have cash, likes and shares are also a beautiful thing to do. So please help us get the word out, and thank you so much for supporting the project.